Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft video brought to you by Rob's Mind. We are here on a modded Minecraft series, episode 3 of our Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode series. So this is pretty cool, but yeah, we got the Architect's Saw Bench in our last episode for a quest reward, and I think it's about time we go and break that thing in. And for starters, I want to go get some of this, I believe it's called silverwood logs. I couldn't harvest this until I had iron level or higher. So now, yeah, we can get that no problem, and we should be, yeah, getting our saplings. Perfect, because I want to plant them a lot closer to our base. I wanted this wood so that we could get it and turn it into the planks and then take that and get some railings. Let's get some fancy railings going on here. So we need 2 of these ends. Perfect. And then we need a few of these, I believe I don't need 10. I think I need only 8 of those, but that'll be okay. And then we can just place these in and place them going all the way up. Oh yeah, that looks way better. Man, is it nighttime already? So needless to say, I'm going to take these fancy banister type things and run them all the way around the entire perimeter of our starter home here. And I am going to change up the wall and roof color a little bit of this house as well, just to match some buildings that I've got planned for this episode. Now for the walls, I'm thinking we go with this marble, but not just any marble. We're going to take our chisel and use it to turn it into this kind of marble. We're going to use the weathered bricks, and I mean, there are tons of different kinds of blocks that you can make out of this. Oops. And then for our roof, we are going to use Basalt. And this was actually before Basalt was in the game. This is from 1.12, this mod is. So this is different Basalt. You find this in the overworld down really low near the marble areas. And we will be using these wide bricks for our roof blocks. Alright, so we have made some changes around here, people, but I really think that they are for the better. We've changed all of the ironwood that we had to marble bricks. I hear zombie. Okay. We got all of our railing in. We built up some columns right here. Well, that's new. Where'd you come from? Alright, now that we have dealt with him, now we've got a new texture of cobblestone in here. We got wide brick cobblestone, pretty cool, all with the chisel, which, in my opinion, if I'm to be honest, this chisel is way, way, way overpowered. And the reason I'm saying that is because, check this out, man. Look, I can put a stack of ironwood in here with with, you can't do anything with it. You can't chisel plain ironwood. I think you can chisel the planks, but you can't chisel plain ironwood. But now look, I have closed out the chisel. No ironwood. It is in the chisel right now, which in my opinion is just ridiculous, overpowered. It shouldn't allow it. Look at that. I'm storing it on the wall. It's still got a stack of ironwood in it. Oh, so ridiculous. I do not like that feature personally, but the amount of blocks that you can make with this is just crazy. You can pretty much change any block to whatever you want. Coming up the stairs, though, we have the little railing around here, and we have archways now coming through in our main entry room. And we even have an upgraded kitchen in here with all of these tools in here, like mortar and pestle and a juicer. Yeah, I went through and, like, we got lots of recipes, and I clicked on them to see what tools I was missing. Like this one, we're missing the knife, but I actually have that made downstairs, just don't have a good spot for it. I suppose I could put something on the stove. We got some tables and chairs over here. I'm not a big fan of how much I've got right there. I just had them laying around and wanted to keep them out of a chest pretty much. Probably going to change the decoration around in a little while whenever I really care about that kind of stuff. I really like the framing inside of the windows is very nice. Something subtle that you probably wouldn't really notice too much unless I said it like I just did. And we have this, the cheatiest block in the entire game. This is an elevator that costs 8 pieces of wool and 1 ender pearl. And check it out, guys. We go from the bottom floor, the bottom floor, skip the entrance room, and we're up in the top by our bed, where we can sleep the night away, and then we can just crouch and pop right back down into our basement and do whatever we need to do down here. But, as you may have noticed also, I moved the Tinkerer's smelter, which means we're not going to be doing much work down here anymore. This place has exhausted its usefulness as our workshop. It's too small. We need to build bigger and better things. So I've been clearing a little plot over here, and I believe we're going to build a decent-sized building over here. I think I'm going to reseed the grass a little bit further, as a matter of fact. Probably pretty close. I'm just going to flatten it out all the way over to here. And there we go. Now we have plenty of room for all the activities we've got planned over here. So I guess let's go ahead and sleep the night away in a moment. But then we'll grab some blocks and get building a small warehouse. Okay, there's a compressed spider in my house, and I'm pretty sure that if I hit him... Oh, yeah. Come on. Well, that takes care of that. I better throw some torches over in that corner. Alright, so here we have our large L-shaped building where we plan on housing all of our machines to start out with, at least. And before we get too far into decorating it, putting in windows, and messing around with these with these half slabs here that we can shift and place down on the walls. Yeah, before we get into messing around with all of that, we are going to go ahead and do a couple of quests in this quest book here, starting with making these coke bricks. Alright, so now we have made these coke bricks, so we can go ahead and place them in a 3x3, 3 layers up. Then we will go ahead and get ourselves an engineer's hammer and a manual by detecting this quest right here. And we have got our coke oven already made, so we'll claim that loot chest as well. And now we can go ahead and whack that with a hammer, and we get our coke oven. Very nice. Now all we should need to do is place in some charcoal, or coal or charcoal. I think we can use either. And then we can make coal coke. And we'll be using that in order to make steel. Steel is very essential for a lot of the mods I've seen, so it will be great to get our hands on some of this. Not to mention, it should produce over here creosote oil, which we can use to treat wood. So I'm just going to stick all these blocks of coal in there, and we're going to go ahead and, yeah, cook up some blocks of coal coke in here. That'll be pretty cool and pretty useful. Now we can go ahead and start placing in all of those slabs and putting in a bunch of windows as well. Try and make this place a little more presentable. I am going to hold off on the roof for a bit, though. Alright, so this whole half slab thing is pretty cool, guys. What we can pretty much do is go ahead and hold shift, and we can place them down. You crouch, I guess, if they ever put anything this cool in Bedrock Edition, you would just crouch and you would be able to place it down, and bam, it's so cool. I love being able to do this. Then I've also discovered this stable glass. So what you do is you take any glass, I don't have any except for this, but you take it and you put it just like that in your crafting table or whatever, and it makes this stable glass, which, yeah, you can place it down, and if you happen to make a mistake, you can pick it up with any pick, not just a Silk Touch pick. So I'm going to go ahead and keep on placing down all of these slabs. Another thing that I found that's really cool is that you can shift and place in stairs as like these corner blocks too, which is just great for tying in this kind of stuff. Yeah, very nice. And it's time to go ahead and place our Tinker's smelter back in, while I'm going ahead and waiting on enough creosote oil to treat all the wood planks for the floor in here. Because, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go with for the flooring, is just some wooden planks. So we've got that. Put the tank on. And then we put these two in, and fire's lit. How much capacity is it? 72 ingots. Oh, man. Our other one that we had was 8 ingots. So this is a massive, massive improvement. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and put a couple of faucets on here. I think I'm going to go for... Oh, whoops. Going to go for actually one over here and one over here. I'm probably not going to use the one over in the corner too much, but, you know, we will have it in case we do. Very, very nice. I am excited to smelt with this thing. As a matter of fact, I think I am going to smelt with it right now. Oh, did not expect that guy in here. Oh well. Alright guys, we have done it. I went ahead and installed a small little brick patio. Might add a little more detail into that later. We've got a pathway going over here. We even went as far as to put the block of the same type underneath the path block so you can't see like a dirt block there or something. And then we have went ahead and I've got all the treated wood planks in here. This was a huge grind, tons upon tons of creosote oil. I mean, look at this. We've got 12 buckets in that one and then 16 in each of these. And I found out something extremely cheap too. These stack, and you can store them inside of a crate or anything like that. So this is like super cheaty, but for right now, we're just gonna kind of store them out in the open like that, and have one right here that I'm filling up from the coke oven every time that we make a new block of coke coal. Although I may switch to making individual. This gives you a little bit more creosote oil if you make blocks of coke coal, but I think that if I switch over to just regular pieces of coal, my actual production will fill this up more. Like I'll get it all the way up to the top. Instead, I get like up to here, and then no more creosote oil but can be formed, so it stops trying to make more coal coke. But other than that, I think that this place is looking pretty snazzy. We've even got the factory blocks right here that I made. And we're going to go ahead and not stop there, guys. We have to keep crafting. So I guess let's just go ahead and craft up a piston really quick. The piston recipe is a little bit nuts. It's like that. Compressed cobblestone. That's 36 cobblestone, an iron plate, a redstone, and then treated wood. Gets you 2 pistons. And we're going to take one of those and do that to it, make it a small plate presser. So this is actually pretty neat, guys. We can take this piston, stick it up like that, and then whenever we make a block of sheet metal, like so, we can take the sheet metal, stick it underneath the piston, press the button, and it will get us these rods, iron rods in this case, but a lot of the times you need aluminum or steel, and this is the easiest way that I have found to get them. Very cool indeed. And now we need to make a couple of tools. I believe I need 1 ingot and 2 sticks. Makes the engineer's wire cutters. And then how else do I do this? Is it like that? No. Like that? No. Turns out I was missing an iron ingot. It's like that. So there we go. We have our engineer's cutters and we have our regular cutters. Very nice. The engineer's cutters, we can use these with copper plates to make like copper wires and stuff like that. And then these ones, we use them to make like little cables, I believe. Now on to the immersive engineering. Let's make some blast bricks. How do we do it? We need bricks, nether bricks, and blaze powder. Alright, so we are getting slowly moved on in here with our items that we need to move in, our working tools, our machinery. We've got our blast furnace hooked up, and this thing is pretty neat, guys. It's really, really slow, though. So you take your blast furnace bricks, and you put 27 of them in a 3x3 cube, and then you smack it with your engineer's hammer, and you can place iron and coal coke in, and you will get steel and slag as your output. Now, keep in mind, this is extremely slow. Yeah, very, very slow. And it seems to also use one coal coke per iron ingot to make the steel. So it's also pretty expensive, but it's also essential to make a ton of machinery. And this is the easiest way that I have come across to get the steel early on. But while that is cooking up some steel for us, we are going to fill up this portable tank that I've got right here, and we are also going to try and fulfill a few quests in the quest book. On our way back to the shop, let's go ahead and stop in the kitchen, because as you can see by the nutrients levels, we are almost full on everything. I need to grab some fruit, and I need to grab some dairy while we're here. The way I grab my dairy, that's usually the way I grab my dairy, is by drinking our cow in a jar that we made in the last episode. Very, very handy. Then everything else, we just go ahead and open up this this cabinet here. It's actually our recipe bench, and we can see all of this food that we can make. So we need fruit in particular. So what should we make? Guess we can make a couple of fruit salads. Yeah, iron berries and apples. Sounds like a great fruit salad. Yeah, we'll make a few of those. We are getting there. We're getting there for sure. I think I should start getting... Oh, wow, we've already got quite a lot of buffs from this. We got strength, we got toughness 4, we got resistance. That's really good. I think we can get even more if we keep boosting up our stuff. So now fruit's at 92. I wonder what happens if we get all of them above 95%. Oh my goodness, all that time we were gone, we've only gotten 8 ingots of steel so far. Not a very good start in my opinion, but oh well. So next, let's go ahead and craft these kiln blocks here. And we are going to use that to make this alloy kiln. We can put coal, charcoal, anything like that. I believe we can put any kind of fuel source down here, and then we can go ahead and do alloying. So an example of that would be putting silver and gold in to get this electrum ingot here, which is used for various different crafting recipes in this. I haven't found a use for it yet, but I'm sure it's coming fast. Let's claim the loot chest for that, and what do we have next? Let's go ahead and make a low voltage capacitor. Looks like we are going to need some of these copper wires right here, so let's go ahead and make those first. So in order to make the copper wire, we are going to need plates, and we're going to need our pliers, and we're also going to need sticks. So let's go ahead and make some sticks. I believe we can use treated sticks for them, which is great because we get twice as many in this mod pack if we make treated sticks. Because remember, we're in the expert mode, so we only get one stick per plank usually, and this one gives us 2. And we have to make sure to use the engineer's pliers. Whoops, I guess I just hung a stick up there. Like that. We get these, and we can just put them in there like that with one stick in the center to get our low voltage coils. So next on the list, we need to make, some of these. Some low voltage wire connectors, and then some low voltage relays. And after that, we're on to the final thing, the low voltage capacitor. So we need some iron, copper, lead, treated wood, and redstone. We place all of that in the crafting bench like so, and get our low voltage capacitor crafted, which I don't really know what it does. What does it do? The lowest power transfer in immersive engineering, 1024 RF per tick. Okay, cool. I'm sure I'll figure that out eventually. I think next, let's go ahead and craft up an engineer's workbench. Oh, I guess we cannot make a crafting bench in that with these planks. And we'll do it by placing 3 treated planks like that, one fence post, and a crafting bench, and that'll give us our engineer's workbench, which we can now place down like so. And oh yeah, we're gonna have to start messing with this thing very, very soon. But first, let's grab up the loot chest for that as well. Alright guys, and I think for the final thing, let's go ahead and open up all these loot chests and see what goodies we got. Purple block, not very great. Random animal spawn egg. Okay, very cool. A sacred oak sapling. Oh man, I am interested to check that thing out. Energy acceptor. It says it's an epic reward right here, so pretty cool. I'll have to see what that thing does. And a block of ironwood, also pretty rare. Well, whatever this energy acceptor is, it is very, very, very expensive to craft. So I'm not going to place it down because I may not be able to pick it back up. But thank you so much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, leave me a comment, and please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. It helps me a ton. Maybe in the next episode, we will get to working on crafting up a lot more of our immersive engineering machinery and getting to work on a lot of our steel game stuff. We'll have to see what all we can do with that, and I hope that you guys are enjoying the series so far.